From the Pep Radio studios, today in history. On June 26, 2015, in its 5-4 Obergefell v. Hodges decision, the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage across the country, ruling that state-level bans on same-sex marriage violated the due process and equal protection clauses of the 14th Amendment. Marriage equality became legal in all 50 states. Also on this date, in 1917, U.S. troops entered World War I as the first troops of the American Expeditionary Force landed in Saint-Nazaire in France. In 1945, the Charter of the United Nations was signed by 50 countries in San Francisco. In 1948, the Berlin Airlift began in earnest after the Soviet Union cut off land and water routes to the isolated western sector of Berlin. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy visited West Berlin, where he declared his famous speech expressing solidarity with the city's residents, declaring, "Ich bin ein Berliner," or "I am a Berliner." Little did he realize that a Berliner is actually a jelly donut. That also happens to be somebody from Berlin. In any case, in 1993, President Bill Clinton announced the U.S. had launched missiles against Iraqi targets because of compelling evidence Iraq had plotted to assassinate former President George H.W. Bush. In 1996, in the case of United States v. Virginia, the U.S. Supreme Court found that the Virginia Military Institute's male-only admission policy violated the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause. VMI enrolled its first female cadets the following year. In 2008, in District of Columbia v. Heller, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a handgun ban in the District of Columbia as it affirmed 5-4 that an individual's right to gun ownership is protected by the Second Amendment. And in 2013, in the case of United States v. Windsor, the U.S. Supreme Court gave the nation's legally married same-sex couples equal federal footing with all other married Americans and also cleared the way for same-sex marriages to resume in California in a separate decision. Happy Pride Month, folks. Make this time your time to make history or herstory. Now back to more music on Pep Radio.